Hey everyone, and welcome back to
Wait, I
you.
need my head. Wait. I need my
What?
notepad. Wait.
Oh
Okay.
my God, we haven't even started it.
Okay.
We were
There. No.
just getting into the intro.
Okay. Go.
Oh my God, you
Okay.
are the most unprepared human being in the world.
Hey, I said go.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to You Be the Judge. We are your host, Charlie, aka Tuki, and my co-host.
Geometric bananas.
This is a podcast where we discuss other people's drama, and you must defend the party you're assigned to the best of your ability, and you will be assigned to it through a coin flip. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with today's episode.
You be the judge right now. You can be the judge right now. You be the judge.
Here comes the judge.
You be the judge right now. Come on now and be the judge.
Well, all right. So today's episode is going to be kind of cool. Looking forward to defend. We got a couple stories where we actually. It's going to be an interesting defense, to say the least, because there's one story where it's going to be difficult to defend. So the first story is: am I the wrong for refusing to pay for my son's dental surgery? Would I be in the wrong? Because this was a future one. Would I be in the wrong if I bought potty training aiming stickers for my male roommate who keeps pissing on the floor? I know a thing or two about that. And am I the wrong for causing my ex-girlfriend's father to lose his job? So without further ado, you want to go ahead and take it away?
Okay, you want me to read the first one?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, didn't I read two last one?
Did you?
Yeah, I think I.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
your turn.
Okay, well then I'll go ahead and take it away.
Okay.
Am I the wrong for refusing to pay for my son's dental surgery? I'm divorced from my son's mom, and she took the easy way out on the financial arrangements. Basically, I got stuck paying things that are certain, like our son's private school and extracurricular activities, where she's responsible for their health insurance and medical bills and their nanny. They put nanny.
Yeah.
She doesn't pay much for coverage, and our sons don't need medical care. Until now. My 8-year-old, super cute son has a tooth growing from the roof of his mouth, and it needs to be removed quickly.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sounds painful. It's not a simple procedure because he needs to be put under anesthesia, and we have to go to a pediatric oral surgeon. Most oral surgeons will not do the procedure on a child. We eventually found a very good pediatric oral surgeon, and it's going to come out to about $3,000. It's that much because dental insurance doesn't cover much, and anesthesiologist is expensive. It had to be paid half for an appointment and half the day of the appointment. Wait, it had to be paid for half for an appointment and half the day of the appointment. Okay, that's weird the way you put it. My ex asked me if I can go halves. I said nope. This bill is your problem, not mine. This is what you wanted, remember? You spent the last few years with so little childcare expenses that you got used to it. She went on to say that she doesn't have that kind of cash laying around anywhere, and it doesn't make sense to put it on a credit card with the interest rates. I told her to go sell blood. I don't care. And yes, I actually budget my money and could pay for it all, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. She ended up having to take a loan from her credit union to pay for the surgery. Our son was always going to get his surgery, and there was no delay. And then the original poster actually added a bit of an edit here. It says, removing the tooth quickly had more to do with trying to get the procedure done before the holidays than a medical necessity. Okay, so he added that because in his story he put that it had to be done quickly. So he kind of made it sound like it was a medical emergency there, but there was no real medical emergency. It was more so because of the holidays. So is he in the wrong? Well, we're about to debate about that and see where this goes. So I'm going to start the timer right now, and I'll get right into it. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I got to flip the coin.
Use the actual coin that I gave you.
I have the actual coin.
Let me put my notepad in the right spot.
Really? You're
Yeah.
right-handed. It can only go on your right side.
Yeah, but I have my pomegranate there.
Jeez. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go. Ready? Flipping now, and I got tails, so I am defending.
You're Oh my god. I gotta defend the guy.
You have to defend the guy.
I have to defend the poster.
You have to defend the poster. That is absolutely correct. All right, so I'm going to get started with my argument. Started the clock right now. Ready? and go. All right, so my biggest thing, okay, is I get that you don't want to pay for this. I get that the wife, or I'm sorry, the ex-wife has poor financial management on her, has made poor financial management choices, and I'm not debating that one bit, okay? My issue is that now the child is being used as leverage in an argument amongst the parents. She doesn't have the cash to do it. He's refusing to pay for it. But ultimately, the one paying the price here, emotionally, physically, painfully, is a child. And there's no reason to be putting a child through this over your ego. He's your child. Because guess what? If you would have never gotten divorced, you would have had to pay for the surgery anyways. Because he is, guess what? Your child. That child was not dropped off at the stork, regardless of whatever, fairy tale stories are told. It came out of your nut. Your nut. That's where he came out of, okay? Exactly. He came out of your nut, and you are responsible for that child. You wanted this child. You had this child, so care for your child. And the fact that if it was something like, hey, Dad, I want some kicks for school, okay, then yeah, I can get it. No, make your mother buy it. It's not a necessity. This is a necessity. Step up, be a man, be a dad.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I made it a little hard for you to follow.
No, it's because I didn't know if you were going to continue.
Oh, no. I meant my argument.
Okay. So she has it easier. I'll say that. Easier because she has just their health insurance and medical bills. If she's able to do it the right way, she won't have to pay that much in health insurance. So, and it says here medical bills and their Manny. That's so funny that he wrote Manny. So that's pretty much all she's had to take care of. When he's had to take care of private school, which in and of itself is super expensive, and extracurricular activities.
Oh, I know it's expensive. I mean, we had our oldest in private school for a while, and we had to pull him out because what were we paying? $1,800, $2,000 a month?
Yeah, and that was
like, nope.
That wasn't even for the entire week either.
Yeah, it was, I think, 3 or 5 days. It was 4 days. 4 days out of the week.
4 days out of the week from it could be as early as 5 a.m. and we had to pick him up by 12.
Yeah, it's expensive. I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, so that's super, super expensive. And plus, he's taking care of their extracurricular activities. So for an 8-year-old, that would be like maybe baseball or soccer, things like that. That includes their jersey. That includes their equipment. That includes shoes, jock straps. That adds up. So she is the one who arranged all of this so that way it could be the way that they have it arranged. So now that she has to take care of something that falls under what she has, which is medical care, she can't just be, okay, well, yeah, I know this is how our arrangement is, but you're going to have to pitch in anyways. If there was something that was going on with the school or with the extracurricular activities, would it be fair for her if he were to go up to her and say, well, okay, well, I need you to help me do this? Yeah, it's going to be this much money, but I don't care. You got to help me do it. It's not his fault that she's not managing her money the right way.
No, the whole thing about managing money, the first thing that comes to my mind is both of their income levels, okay? And their income levels is huge for me because if she's unable to budget herself because she's not making the same amount of money that he is, then that could play a factor. But what bugs me about what you just said and your argument is you cannot put the sports and the activities and all of that on the same playing field as your child's health. Like, are you really going to label cleats, or a baseball or a baseball bat or a gym bag on the same, level of importance as a medical procedure?
You're right. You can't do that. But that's why he made sure to preface it by saying that it was not a medical emergency and it was solely because they wanted to get it done before the holidays rather than the well-being of his health.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. She's taking care of the medical insurance and the medical bills, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she did account for that. But that's a very expensive procedure.
Yeah, you're right. But there are things that you can do to make sure that you're prepared for something like this. And even if you don't do it and you have to still say that let's say that you do have a savings and you did do your best to prepare for something like this, but you still don't have enough, you can ask and reach out. But if they make it very clear that no, you're not going to have to do it, don't push for it. Don't just say, okay, I understand, and figure it out on your own and get, like she ended up doing. She got a loan, but she made a big deal about it.
Yeah, but he's more worried about sticking it to her rather than his child's care. You know, his like I said, if it was something as simple as, you know, he needs blood work, I need $300. Okay, I get it. You have every reason to complain about that. You know, you wanted the medical responsibility, but this is something it's a big deal. You know, his poor kids got you know, teeth growing out like Sloth Loves Chunk, and we just sorry, I think that was a little rough, huh? So, you know, it's more so about his well-being. You know, while he's too busy thinking of himself, oh, I'm gonna stick it to her, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, she's like, I need help, and you know, they're so busy going back and forth on who's gonna pay for it when he already stated that he financially can take care of it, right? He can,
because he budgeted.
Yes, correct. But who's suffering through all this? You're okay with letting your child suffer because you and your ex-wife can't are acting like toddlers?
It's not a thing of the kid suffering because he knew that it was going to be done.
Okay.
If he had any idea that she was not going to get the loan, or if he had any idea that there was no way
what if
for
she
her,
couldn't get the loan?
he knew
What if
that
she
she
didn't
could,
qualify for
though.
that?
He knew that she could.
How? If he's not involved in her finances?
How much time do we have?
You still got a minute and a half.
That's how much time we have left?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's not involved in her finances, but he knows that this is something that she knows needs to be done. So he
Yes.
knows that she will do what she needs to get it done.
Yes, but it's also the father's fault to do the same, though. This is, look, if my child, if you and me were to get a divorce, and I know my child needs something medical, okay? Look, you want the toy car, you can't afford it, hey, guess what? Tough luck. You're not going to get the toy car, okay? But you come to me and you tell me, hey, our child is sick, our child needs this, you know, he has a bit of a condition that we need to take care of. Okay, I want you to put your ego aside. I'm putting my ego aside, and I'm going to look to see what's best for our child. I don't care how it gets taken care of. It's going to get taken care of. That's my outtake. I'm sorry, but making my child pay for our pettiness is not... It's not morally right in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion.
Is the timer up?
You can throw in the towel. I mean, there's only 15 seconds left.
15 seconds?
15. 10
Yeah.
seconds now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I guess you could call it, we're 10 minutes now.
Okay, so I'm going to use this.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
I guess that closes in the last 5 seconds. All right, so I read the story, so I'm going to give it my real opinion.
Okay.
And my opinion stands the same. I feel that the dad should have at least helped out when she reached out for help, because he doesn't know what her financial situation is. Ultimately, I get it. This is your ex-wife, and financially, I can see why you would want to withhold helping her out. And I get that she chose this approach to the finances during the divorce or whatever. Ultimately, I go back to this because that's what my argument was during the debate. This is my child. If something's wrong with my child where he needs help, where it's a medical condition, okay? I don't care if it's a tooth. Yes, it's a simple procedure to be taken out or whatever the case may be. It's hurting him. It's affecting him in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to get it done. I don't care. Look, do you need the money? Yes. I wouldn't even let you ask me. Like, if you would have called up and said, hey, he needs a medical procedure. Okay, what's wrong? You tell me what's happening. Okay, how much do we need to come in with? Can you do half? Let's do this. Let's get this taken care of. And before, I will say this, I think I would have taken a similar approach to what the husband did, but not exactly the same. What I would have done is said, okay, let's go over our finances. I want if I'm gonna help you, we're gonna go over your finances to see how much you can help me out with. And I'm not gonna let you just skate by and say, oh, I can't help you out at all. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make you prove to me that you can't do it. Okay, that you actually do have to get a loan. Because I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to have to get a loan to wait to see if you get approved or not to help my kid out. I want you to show me your finances. We're going to decide what you can and cannot help me out with, and we're going to get this procedure done. Mm-hmm. And that's what I honestly think. That he should have stepped up and said, hey, I'm the father. I want to make sure my son's medical care is taken care of because he has something that needs attention, and get it done. Yeah. As a father. Mm-hmm. The whole pettiness goes out the window the second you decide to have a kid.
My turn?
Yes. Sorry, I felt strongly about that.
No, I 100% agree. I honestly don't even know how I lasted the whole
9 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even know how I did that because this guy's completely wrong. Like you said, your kid is suffering. And the fact that you have such gosh, I can't even think of the word, but he's willing to stoop so low that he tells her to go sell blood just so that way his son's dental surgery can be completed. This guy is there's literally no amount of I have no words. I literally have no words because I can't believe there's actually people out there that would be like, figure it out on your own. Yeah, that's my kid. I know, but too bad this is what you wanted.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How are you going to justify that to your kid?
Yeah, you put your child's health first, period. Now, like I said, if she would have wanted, called him up and said, hey, can you help me out with this? Can you help me out with that? He just needs a routine blood work. No, figure it out. It's a routine. It's just routine blood work.
That I don't agree with. If there's
she wanted to take care of the health insurance and all the medical stuff.
Yeah, but if there's something major like that, then it's like, okay.
It's a routine checkup, though. I mean, if he's not showing any signs of anything and it's just a routine checkup, it's just a routine checkup. It's no different than, getting an oil change on your car. It's a routine checkup.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, personally, that's the only part I don't agree with. But everything else, it's like, no, dude, this is your kid. Step up, see that she can't help you, and help. This is your kid.
But then by doing that, you're also, interfering with the territories of what she demanded in terms of the divorce. She said, I will take care of the insurance and the medical bills. So take care of the medical bills. When it comes to something that, needs the attention and needs immediate attention, then we're going to figure this out together. But a blood work? No, that's not going to need immediate attention unless it's, again, something that already gives us concern. Then absolutely, I'm going to do whatever it needs to do to help out to make sure this kid is taken care of. But if it's just routine work, no, I'm not going to help you out. It's just routine work. It's no different than an oil change. Figure it out. You asked for this. This is the financial choice that you decided to go along with during our divorce. Figure it out. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the what happened here, no. I to the poster. Yeah, you're in the wrong. This is your son's health, and don't mess around with that, because there's two things that are going wrong here. One, you're showing your child how petty you can be when he's in distress. And two, this kid's watching both of his parents fight over about who doesn't want to pay for his well-being. Mm-hmm. The amount of emotional damage and trauma that you're doing to this child, if he's seeing all this, you're going to regret it so much when he gets older.
Yeah.
Because he's going to remember this. Believe me, our kid's 8 years old, and he remembers things from when he was 3.
And you know what the thing is you're hurting yourself more in the end because let's say whatever the situation, because obviously there's a lot of bitterness in this guy
Absolutely.
because he didn't even say, it wasn't until like towards the end of the story that he said my ex,
Yeah.
because he said at the beginning of the story, my son's mother,
Yeah.
you know, so obviously there's a lot of bitterness there.
Yeah.
So
At the same time, though, we don't know what happened between them two.
that's where I'm going with this. Let's say, for argument's sake, let's say that she wronged him and he was hurt and that's the reason why they got divorced. Guess what? Even if later on the kid finds out about whatever happened and if she was the reason why they got divorced, this simple fact that you didn't want to pay and you didn't want to help out and she had to go get a loan even knowing that she may not be able to afford that loan just so that way he could have the surgery, she's going to come out looking like the hero, not you.
Yeah.
Because your pettiness was like, no, I'm going to stick it to her more than I'm going to worry about my kid's mouth.
Yeah. You're right. And that's exactly how I feel about it, too.
Yeah.
So, to the poster, yeah, you're definitely in the wrong on this one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next story. You want to go ahead and take it away?
This one's my favorite, so I'm excited.
You know what the funny thing is? This story is actually kind of funny. This is, I'm more entertained by the idea of what could potentially happen here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be funny. It's more. This one's more funny than anything else. Go ahead, take it away.
Would I be in the wrong if I bought potty training aim stickers for my male roommate who keeps pissing on the floor? I, a 23-year-old female, have 4 male roommates, 22, 22, 24, and 24. They're all really fun and nice guys, and we all get along well personality-wise.
I think I've seen this movie before.
I share a bathroom with 2 of them, who we'll call Ethan, who's 24, and Brandon, 22. Brandon, for the most part, is pretty chill, super respectful of the shared bathroom space, puts the seat down, cleans when it's his turn. Not exactly to my standard, but I know I grew up in a house where my mom was super anal about cleaning, and he tries. And that's really all I care about. He never leaves an egregious mess and always cleans the drain. Ethan, however, never cleans the bathroom. Always leaves various types of hair everywhere. I love that, various types of hair.
I know. That's comical.
Often
It leaves very little to the imagination, really.
Yeah, it's like, okay, various types. So it's like that's the head, the chest, the arm, the nuts. And I mean, this guy's got to have talent if he's able to get like some booty hair in there.
Keep reading.
Okay, hold on. Where was I? Okay. Always leaves various types of hair everywhere. Often forgets to flush, leaves trash on the floor, and has the worst aim imaginable. It's like he tries to piss facing away from the toilet with a blindfold on. Every time Brandon and I scrub the bathroom, the next day, sometimes even sooner, there's piss on the rim, seat, on the outside of the bowl, floor, and wall. All over, basically. It's like someone exploded a piss monster inside the bathroom. And he never wipes it up. I'll ask him, and he'll be like, for sure, I'll do that. My bad. And then doesn't. One time I found literal poop on the floor. Both Ethan and I have brought it up in our roommate meetings and talked to him independently about this. And it'll change for a day or two, only to return to the same pissy status. The beginning I just dealt with it, but it's been 6 months now, and I'm fed up. So I found one of those aim here stickers for potty training kids that I planned on buying and putting in the toilet with no further comment. When I mentioned this to Brandon, he said it might be a bit rude and would cause more problems than solving them. Male friends I mentioned this to told me that it was rude and that I can't expect a man to sit down to piss, which I never said, but they are extrapolated?
Extrapolated.
I know that word too. Which I never said, but they extrapolated.
Clearly you don't.
I'm just over having a piss covered bathroom. Would I be in the wrong for putting potty training devices and stickers in the bathroom?
Yep. We just read that.
I love this story.
Oh my goodness. This is I'm gonna tell you a little funny story about myself. When I was in the 8th grade, and I'm glad I'm saying this because it was when I was young, obviously not now. Uh, when I was in school, they had these urinals with no separators between urinals, and there was like 15 of them lined up against the wall, right next to each other. So when you go to take a piss, and enough people go in there to take a piss at the same time, you're standing 2 to 5 inches away from the guy next to you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's how close they were together. I hated it. One time, well, several times, we had a bad habit, or not, we had a bad habit. The teachers at the school had a bad habit of not letting kids go to the restroom. There were several times where I would have to go to the bathroom and they wouldn't let me go until I bugged them enough. So I'm running to the restroom to try to make it on time, and you get it. I run inside this restroom, get ready to pee, and I see 15 urinals to choose from. Which one do I pick? I don't know what to pick. I know that I'm seeing. So you know what I did? I aimed at all 15 of them. I did full spinning status. Like, here you go. One for you, one for you, one for you, one for
You're
you.
like a little firefighter.
It was a little firefighter. I should have been a firefighter. I could have put out so many fires with as much as they made me hold my piss in those days. Anyways, enough about me. Let's go ahead and start the timer so that way we can go ahead and get the argument going. Ready?
No?
Oh, flip the coin. Jesus Christ, I forgot it again. Okay, here we go. Flipping the coin. Ready? And oops, whoa, oops, almost dropped it. Okay, let's try that again. Heads.
So I am... Okay, cool. I'm defending the poster. So you got to defend Ethan.
Okay. How do I defend poop on the floor?
Good luck. I had to defend that dad.
You had to defend the dad. That's
That
compliment.
I had to defend the yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start the timer right now. Go.
Dude, come on. You are, let me see, Ethan 24. You're 24.
Wait. You read the story.
Yeah?
You got tails.
No, you said heads.
Did I say heads?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so anyways. Okay, dude, come on. You're 24 years old and you're peeing on the floor. You're pissing on the walls, all over the toilet to the point where it gets on the side. They find poop on the floor. You forget to flush. I mean, dude, kids do more. Our kid is cleaner than this guy. I mean, come on. Do you need to learn how to take a piss again? For you to be, it's like someone exploded a piss monster inside the bathroom. This tells me that for him to be doing this, that his mom did everything for him. And now that he's on his own, the habit is there now. And now he can't do it on his own. And he's just going to wait to get married so that way his wife can do it for him. This is ridiculous. For sure. I'll do that. My bad. That's what you say when someone finds your poop on the floor. Come on. So this guy is well deserved of an aim here sticker. And I'm sorry for all these people to be saying, oh, that's super rude. You can't expect a man to sit down. You can't expect somebody to be cleaning up after you either. You can't expect your roommate to clean up after you like they're your mother. So I think an aim here sticker is pretty reasonable compared to what she and Brandon have had to do. Go ahead, your turn.
You done?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what leads me to believe something about this story. First of all, he was way too nonchalant about his answer. For sure, I'll do that. My bad. Right? You said it yourself. He was very passive. And you saying that kind of helped lead me into my argument here. We don't know the full situation of this story. Okay? I mean, we know the fact that he's pissing on the floor, pooping on the floor, whatever the case may be. But in terms of the communication, in terms of the getting along within the house, she didn't really touch on that. Other than we get along well personality-wise. Something's leading me to believe that something's going on in that house that he's not liking either. And this is a form of retaliation on his part.
That's even worse.
You know what?
That's
People resort to their natural basic human instincts, and apparently this guy thinks he's a monkey because he's throwing his poop at people. Okay, you know what? There are mental disorders. What if this kid has something wrong with him, and instead of instead of attacking him, they try to reason it with him and try to figure out what's wrong? What if this kid has a trauma that's leading to this? I'm digging deep here, okay? So leave me alone.
It's because he watched that one documentary where the kid got swallowed up by the toilet, okay? That's why he's scared.
You know, okay, here's a funny fact. Here's a funny fact. And geez, I am putting myself way too out there. Anytime I go to the restroom, before I sit down, yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well,
I don't sit down to pee.
Okay? Well, because you said when I go to the bathroom. You said when I go to the bathroom, do you not pee in the bathroom?
What?
You're the one that said.
Your logic is
You said.
unmatched.
You said when I go to the bathroom. Okay.
Okay, when I go take a dump,
Okay.
jeez,
Okay.
I can't believe I actually had to just throw that out there for you. When I go to sit down, I even clearly said before I sit down.
You did not.
Okay, well, I'm saying it now. When I go sit down, the very first thing I do, and it's a stupid video that I saw a long time ago, where this guy was getting ready to sit down, and a freaking snake pops out of the toilet.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And ever since then, I cannot comfortably sit down without first looking into the toilet. No joke. So what if this guy's scared of the same thing? And so he's like, screw that, I'm pooping on the ground. And then I'll clean it up later, and then just forgets to clean it up.
Let us run with that flawed argument.
I'm digging deep here.
Let's run with that flawed argument, okay?
Okay.
You still pick up after yourself. You do not leave it to your roommates. It's not like he's scared of toilet paper.
All I'm saying, hey, you don't know, man. People are scared of pickles. I've never even heard of that. Like, that's a real thing.
I don't know if you remember that one Kevin and Bean segment, but some lady called in and she was scared of ranch.
Scared of what?
Remember that one Kevin and Bean segment where they had people calling in with their phobias?
Uh-huh.
A lady called in. I don't know if you remember, but she called in saying that her phobia was ranch.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she was like just talking about it. You could hear her voice cracking like she was ready to start crying.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I'm
That's
not going to
kind
accept.
of that scared of ranch.
Ranch is delicious.
Ranch is delicious, but never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. But I have a feeling there's a darker end to that story. So, well, I'm not gonna touch that one with a 10-foot pole. I mean, there's got to be some form of retaliation. This has to be I'm tapping out.
Yay!
Tapping out. I'm done. I don't know. I really don't. I thought maybe I could defend this guy. I don't know how to. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm literally what? Why would you poop on the floor in a place where you live? At a restaurant? Okay, I get it.
Since you threw in the towel, I'm going to tell you how because I was hoping not to get him.
Yeah.
But if on the chance that I did, I was thinking like, okay, I could run with these. Okay, if they're roommates, and they are all sharing this. It's what, five of them in this place, and they are all in their 20s. They got to be in college. That means that they party like college students.
Oh, okay, so maybe he's drunk or
Yeah,
something and
I
doesn't
was gonna
realize
say,
it
you
on
know what?
drugs.
When you're drunk and you're drinking, to him, maybe he's being careful, but he's
Okay, but on the
just
floor, really?
that's what I'm saying. Like when you're drunk, he probably thought like, oh man, I really gotta take a crap, but the water's gonna make a lot of noise, so let me just do it right here, and then I'll clean it up in the morning.
No. Just go ahead and give your true opinion already, because this is grossing out.
See, this doesn't bother me because
It doesn't bother me either. What bothers me is, how can you be that gross?
Oh no, that's disgusting.
Yeah, if she was complaining like about the toilet seat being left up, then I'd be like, okay, lady, look, let's get.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
My thing about people, my biggest thing about when people complain about the toilet seat being left up, it's like, look, when you use a toilet seat when it's down, there's really no point. It's like there's no point. Lift it up, use it. You put it down, use it. Like.
To me, for the
It's
argument of
really
lifting up the
not
toilet
that
seat,
difficult.
for me, the argument for women of lifting up the toilet seat doesn't make sense because you're saying, "Oh no, I have to touch it to bring it down." Okay, well, guess what? He's got to touch it to lift it up.
Yeah,
Either
exactly.
way, somebody's got to be lifting it up. So
Someone's got to put their hands on it. So what makes you so special that you don't have to touch the toilet seat?
Not just that, but you have to wash your hands anyways.
Yes.
So I mean,
I'm so glad we see eye to eye on this.
again, I'm the worst type of woman because I grew up literally around nothing but guys. I wasn't really exposed to girls. Like I have girl cousins who are around my age, but my time was not spent with them a lot. I was always hanging out with my boy cousins and with my brothers. So,
Yeah.
That's why I find this story so funny is because this is what I grew up around. I'm not saying my brother is like pissed on the floor and pooped on the floor. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
You're like, I would have had a perfect defense for this guy because my brothers did that all the time.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that because I grew up around just nothing but guys, I have like an immune whatever to farts and poop and burps and all that. I find that stuff
Wait,
funny.
why are you immune to poop?
Meaning, like, that stuff doesn't give me like, oh, that's so gross. Oh, that's nasty. And like, no, I'm not like that. I find that stuff hilarious. But yeah, the point is this doesn't bother me at all. What he's doing bothers me, but the poop and all that stuff doesn't bother me. It's funny to me. So my true opinion on this is, would you be in the wrong? No, you wouldn't be. This guy 100% deserves that, because if he's pissing on the floor, pooping on the floor, all of this stuff, I mean, you're not a kid.
Yeah, I agree.
You're a grown man living on his own. If you're old enough to bone, you're old enough to clean up after yourself.
Yep, I agree with that statement 100%. So to the poster, I don't think you're in the wrong either. Just like Geometrics Banana says, I don't think you're. I agree with her 100%. You're not in the wrong on this one. In fact, I would have actually one-upped you on this one. Not only would I have put, aim here stickers, but to say, if you're unable to aim, please reach above. And on the top, put some diapers and some baby wipes.
Yeah.
Use these if you can't aim.
Yes.
Just absolutely not. You're definitely not in the wrong for that, and you are well within your means to have done it. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, I think we gave enough grief to this poor pooping guy on the floor.
We need to do more poop stories. That was fun.
Yeah, but we gotta give you the opposite end of that coin, though. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Am I in the wrong for causing my ex-girlfriend's father to lose his job? A while back, I, a male in my 40s, dated a woman, female in her 30s, whose father, male in his 60s, was a nice enough person, but a bit overprotective of his adult daughter. After about a month of dating without any reason to do so, he ran a full background check on me, including a credit check, without my knowledge or my permission. It came back clean, and my girlfriend told me about it immediately after the fact. I noticed a 5-point hit on my credit rating, but that wasn't a big deal. I was more peeved about that someone ran a criminal and financial check on me without my knowledge or consent, but I decided to let it go to keep the peace. We broke up about 3 months later, and I had little contact after the breakup. Approximately 2 months after we broke up, my now ex-girlfriend reached out to me. It turns out her father ran the background and credit checks through his work. He hired employees, so he had access to the company's system to run the checks. He digitally clicked that I granted consent to the checks, but of course I had not done so, and he had no backup. His company's internal audit department was giving him a hard time to provide that backup. She asked me to complete, retroactively date, sign, and email a form consenting to the checks to her. I was still a little peeved about the checks, so I declined to do so. She went nuts, and even her father called trying to explain his position. He was much nicer about it than her, but I still declined. Ultimately, the internal auditor for my ex's father's company called to follow up and determine what happened, and I told the auditor the entire true story. My ex's father lost his job. He was close to retirement, but I know it set him and his wife. Let me start that over. He was close to retirement, but I know my goodness, why am I struggling with that? But I know it set him and his wife back a bit. She occasionally lashed out via text for about a month or so after calling me an a-hole. It was a relatively minor inconvenience in my life, and it did cost him a lot. So I ask you, Reddit, am I in the wrong? Whew. Okay. That's interesting. We got a bit of a peeping Tom over here.
Yeah. Not so much a peeping Tom, just like a...
Well, he peeped on his whole background check. That's more of a stalker status. What did I do with the coin? Oh, here it is.
Stop playing with it.
Okay. Okay. Jeez. Technical difficulties here. Let's go ahead with the defense. Let me flip the coin, and then let's see where this goes. I got tails, so I am defending...
You're defending the dad.
I am defending the dad. I'm defending the dad. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. I'm going to start the timer. I really hope I don't have to tap out twice. Okay. Let's do this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And started the timer. No. Okay. To begin with, they weren't together very long. And it did mention that he's overprotective of his daughter. Now, we don't know the full background behind this family. You know, they never mentioned the mother at all. It does kind of mention her a little bit. Yeah, it just says that, she's... it just says his wife. But we don't know what situation or background these parents have in terms of family relationship with the daughter. So, what I'm trying to get at is... that he's just trying to protect his daughter from any wrong paths. And the reason why I say the whole family relationship part is, what if this girl has made some major mistakes in the past and gotten with somebody unknowingly that was pretty messed up, which ended up in a pretty bad situation. And all he was doing was trying to find a way to really properly take care of his daughter. I actually met, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, where a coworker of mine, back when I was a mechanic, he had mentioned how his daughter had gotten involved with his gang member, and this gang member was, they were always together, and then when she tried breaking up with him, he became just like a total stalker, nightmare type of person, and that was his, who he became. And this gang member was stalking her so bad that he had to, he went out seeking, got restraining orders, threatened him with the cops. The cops got involved. It got ugly. But ultimately, because he didn't pursue any actions, the cops could never fully get involved the way they should have. And so what he ended up doing was he picked up his daughter, and they ended up just moving out to, not out of state, but somewhere far. So basically, they just basically relocated to a different part of the state to where he'd have to go out of his way pretty far just to get to her. Long story short, the gang member finds out where she lives, shows up to their house with a gun. Okay? With a gun. Points it at the daughter, ready to kill her. And my coworker pulled out a gun and popped it and killed him just before he could actually kill his daughter. Okay? This is a true story. And he killed the guy. He killed the gang member, and he had to actually serve a prison sentence for that. Now, this gang member stalked her, followed her, made threats to her, did all kinds of really bad things to her. And it took the dad defending his own daughter for the cops to finally say, oh, now we can come in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he had to suffer a lot. His daughter had to suffer a lot financially, physically, emotionally, in every which shape, way, or form. The judicial system failed him in a massive way. So we don't know what kind of background this girl has had. If she has anything similar, if she's had anything close to that or anything, let's not even go to that extreme, but something that was a little bit scary or traumatic to her. All the father was doing was saying, you know what, I'm gonna make sure this never happens again. I'm gonna take care of my daughter, and I'm gonna do what I need to do to take care of my daughter. Your turn.
Okay.
Wow, I kind of proud of myself on that one.
Yeah, you did really good. Let me start off by saying you said that they haven't been together very long. I'm sorry, but not being together that long doesn't justify the father going and hold on before I continue. Does it say?
It says they were together for just over 3 months.
That's what I was gonna ask. Where does it say how long they were together for?
It says they broke up 3 months later.
Yeah, but how long were they together? Okay, after about a month of dating, without any.
So a total of like 4 or 5 months.
Okay, yeah. So let's say 6 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 6 months that they were together.
Okay.
You're with this girl for 6 months, and this guy, after a month, just a month, decides that he's gonna go run a background check on you.
Mm-hmm.
He checks your credit. He does all the criminal background, all of this. I get that you want to protect your daughter, but you are 60 years old and your daughter is 30. You're not always going to be around. You show her what to look out for. You show her how to protect herself. You show her what qualities to look for in a good man.
So what do you tell her? Give her a knife and just say, here you go, daughter, aim for the nuts?
No, you tell her, this is what you need to look for in a good man. And then let her navigate that part of her life. Because if you're doing this for her and something happens to you, what's going to happen then?
So my thing is, we don't know the type of person this guy is. And clearly he came out okay, but not everybody's going to come out okay in a background check. Not everybody's going to come out in a situation where they're doing right by their lives, right? This world we live in is a very, very ugly place.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know. And this father maybe took a little extra precaution to make sure his daughter was safe. I mean, where do you draw the line in terms of making sure your child is safe? Hey, you're old enough to take care of yourself. So
you would
if
never
he
stop
finds
being a parent. I agree
exactly.
with you on that.
You never stop being a parent. So he was being a parent.
I get that, but you're also doing them more harm. But I mean, come on, you're running a credit check. Let's see everything that he did. A full background check,
Mm-hmm.
credit check.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a criminal history.
Okay, criminal history. Let's go with that one, right? You said he ran a criminal history. He didn't have to do that. You're right, but at the same time, you're also checking to see this person your daughter is dating is not a felon.
He hit consent on his behalf just so that way he can get all this information.
to protect his daughter. I mean, look at Liam Neeson. He traveled halfway across the world, took out an entire mob just because they kidnapped his daughter.
Okay. He also didn't. He was protecting his daughter and saving her because she was kidnapped.
Yeah, you never know the situation.
This guy was like, he seems too good to be true. Let me check him out. He broke the law.
Yeah, did you ever watch the movie Enough with J-Lo?
Yeah.
Perfectly good husband, perfectly good life. Everything checked out perfectly fine.
No, he wasn't perfectly good in that movie. He beat her.
I know, but it wasn't until the end that came out after they got married. He never laid a finger on her when they were just dating, so she had to suffer after the fact. So this man wanted to protect. He saw the movie Enough, and he's like, "Nope, my daughter will not go through this."
Why is he barely watching Enough?
You know what?
It's like over 20 years old.
He's 60 years old, man. He doesn't know how to use Netflix. Okay, he's not technology inclined. Technology inclined.
Words are hard.
Yes. That's why I gave up halfway.
Point is that there's other ways to look into the guy that your daughter is dating, that you're not using company resources and you're not breaking the law.
Well, you're not exactly going to walk up to him and ask for references
You're
either.
not going to walk up to him, but ask questions of him, like, oh, when can we meet your parents? When can we meet your friends? And then go from there.
Okay,
You can, and then plus you can look at social media. That is plenty enough to do research some days, or sometimes.
Well, thank God we are past the 10-minute mark.
The good thing is a big chunk of that was taken up from your coworker story.
Jeez,
Good
I'm
for
glad. You know what? That popped up in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. I can relate to this. I can relate to this story because when I first read this and I saw that I got tails, I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to defend this. I really don't. And I'm like, I started kind of like thinking. It just randomly popped in my head. I'm like, oh, I'll make it. It's relatable and it's true. So I'll run with it.
Is that the one that you used to scare from the tool closet?
No. Why you gotta make it sound like that though? Why you gotta make it sound like that? It was nothing like that, okay?
You were in the closet.
No, it was a bathroom. Oh my goodness. All right, we're done talking about that. And there's video of it too. That's the sad part. I have the video of it.
I have it.
Okay. Anyways, we're moving on here. We've railed off the track. Derailed off the track?
Off the rails.
Off the rail is something else. Anyways. God, what was I saying?
It's time for our true opinions.
Yes, our true opinions. Okay. That's what we were talking about. How it popped up in my head. Anyways, so my true opinion about the matter is, to the poster, you are not in the wrong for this at all. One, you did not consent to him running a background check, a credit check, and all that. That's fraud. One, right there, that's illegal what he did on so many levels. Secondly, another reason why you're not wrong, what your ex is asking you to do is fraud. Backdating a document to allow for credit check, that's also fraud. So if you could also get in trouble for that. So you are definitely not in the wrong for this because you're asked to do something illegal to hide the illegal activity that was taking place by her father. That's
Behind
a
your
big
back.
no-no. Behind your back. Without your permission. Obviously, behind your back without your permission.
It's behind your back, but with your permission.
Exactly. But no, you are definitely not in the wrong on this. You are absolutely in the right for telling the truth. All you did was tell the truth. How is telling the truth wrong? Yes, I get it. There's some scenarios where, not telling the truth is okay. When like in, what is that movie? Liar Liar. When your mom asked me, do I look fat when she's pregnant? You remember that movie? Mm-hmm. With Jim Carrey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so,
yeah,
I mean...
I have the drop right here.
You lie! What?
I don't know what happened.
That's...
It lost steam there.
You liar!
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. That's from Liar Liar, but that's not the part that I was talking about.
I know, but I'm saying, like, of course I've heard that movie. I have a drop from there.
Oh, gotcha. That's what you're saying. But yeah, to the poster, you are definitely not in the wrong on this. You did not agree to that. You did not even know that you were having all this stuff ran about you, and that's an invasion of privacy. Huge invasion of privacy. So, you know what? He got what he got. He got what he had coming to him, and that's my 2 cents.
I think that the dad, I get you're trying to protect your daughter, but there's so many other ways that you can protect your daughter. Like my dad, my dad is so protective of me. I have the most amazing dad, but he would never do something like this. Like, this is just shady. This is giving off the what's the Robert De Niro vibes from that movie with him and I think Ben Stiller. Remember when he's like an ex-CIA agent?
Mm-hmm.
He did this exact same thing in that movie.
Oh, Meet the Fockers.
That's part 2. Meet the Parents.
Oh, okay, yeah, Meet the Parents.
Yeah, there you go. He did this exact same thing. You know, and he was hiding it. And in that one, he even hid it from the daughter.
Yeah.
In this story, the daughter knew about it, and at least she told him, "Hey, I'm just letting you know."
Which, at the same time, I will say that was also her mistake. She should have never said that to him.
I agree. I'm curious what her thought process was.
Yeah.
Like, what would, if the whole point of doing this was to do it behind his back, what is the point in telling him that you even did it? Just be happy that it came back clean.
Yeah.
If he would have noticed the 5-point hit to his credit rating, he probably would have just thought, like, okay, that's weird, but maybe I missed a payment, or he would have just figured something would have happened. He wouldn't have automatically thought that somebody ran a background check on him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's just dead wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it's an invasion of privacy. Not only did you invade his privacy, but you used illegal measures to invade his privacy. And now you're asking him to commit fraud to cover up your illegal activity.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much wrong with this. And the poster could get in trouble for all that. Not for all that, but for fraudulent documentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, you did the right thing, buddy. You did the absolute right thing, and more power to you.
Yeah.
Really, because that's his screw up, and that's his mess up. He should have never done that, period. Yeah. You have anything else to add to that?
No, just that. I don't think he definitely was not in the wrong.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, everybody, this is a wrap for today. Let us know what your thoughts are and your arguments are, and who do you think is in the wrong. And don't forget to write to us on either YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all those social medias ever. Let us know who on your thoughts on who won. If there's a story you'd like for us to read, or even feature a story that happened to you or a situation in which you currently find yourself in, please email us at ohsojudgy@gmail.com. Don't worry, we'll keep your names and scenario discreet. All that we ask is that you provide as much detail to the story as possible so we have the proper way of debating both sides. Until next time, judges, this is You Be the Judge.
You be the judge right now. You can be the judge right now. You be the judge.
Here comes the judge.
You be the judge right now.